Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017. Welcome back to Upton Farm. So, let me tell you a little bit about what's going on. I'll kind of bring you up to speed. First thing, as you can see, we have taken out a massive loan, £535,000. What's that all about? I'll show you in a minute. Second thing is, I will show you that we're on this side of the map now. We're over by the store. And these three fields are ready to harvest. Our wheat came in. Our soybeans, not yet. Disappointing because that's a good crop. But our canola is ready on the other side of the map. Because everything goes in thirds and it's the 4th day of autumn, these soybeans, I know, will not be ready till the 7th day of autumn, which gives us 3 days to harvest the wheat and the canola. Prices are not bad. Canola, we've got a ton of canola, and we'll get some decent money for it. And the better price of the two is at Gomez Ridge Acres, which is this sell point over here on the other side of the map. So, Gomez Ridge Acres, there you go. It's on the other side of the map, and it's closer to these fields than this sell point is to these fields. So we're going to sell the wheat because the wheat is basically the same price at both sell points. We're going to go ahead and sell the wheat right down here. It's literally a few hundred meters away. In the meantime, yesterday, I did go ahead and harvest the rest of the grass in fields 33, 29, and these two no-name fields, no-number fields. I put that up at the BGA, and that gives us almost 250,000 liters, about 250 tons of chaff right there, which at the current price is worth about 125,000 pounds sterling. So that offsets the loan. I mean, we owe a lot of money. We really do. But we should be able to make it back fairly quickly, I hope. And we've also got, keep in mind for grass, we've also got these other fields on the other side. Our two fields that we own by the farm, field 40 is grass, that is fertilized, and then we have these fields under field 46 and under field 40. Is that grass? It's not grass, sorry, it's canola. Under field 40 we have a grass field. We have grass fields under field 46, and we have grass fields over here. So we've got plenty of grass that we can bring in to try to offset things. Why did we take out a 535,000 pound loan? Well, it's to buy this. We went with the CR990 with the 32-foot header. It's a bigger tank. It's something we can grow into. It is a lot of money, but I think it's a better value, and it's just really cool. We went with the black wheels and the oversized Michelin tires, and we just went crazy. Right, so let's get to harvesting. I can't believe we're, what, 27 episodes in and a couple of months into this process, and this is our first harvest. But, you know I play the long game. You know I do. So, it had to be this way. Let's see. We do not have face tracking on, but it's activated, if that makes sense. So, what that means is I can't control the camera in the cab. So, because I forgot to turn it off, making sure we don't snag our trailer, which is something that Farm Simulator loves to do. Right, so next time around, I need to remember to turn off face tracking in Farm Sim, or turn on the actual face tracking app and use it. But right now, we're sort of caught between two worlds. Okay, I'm going to do a lap around the outside of the... I'm going to do a lap around the outside of the field. I'm going to do a headland, and then I'm going to put it on a worker and cart back and forth. And we'll probably just harvest today, and then call it good. Cruise control is set for 6. There we go. Feels so good to be harvesting. It's really, I don't want to say it's crazy, but it is a little crazy to play this game, like, for all of you. And so you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Come on. Come on. to play this game for all of you and think about kind of how I play when I'm just gaming for fun, when I'm just gaming for myself, and recognize the difference. But I typically play a slow game. I play so slow. I think I said this in an earlier video. I remember noticing one time that it took me 200 game hours to get through one full season of Upton. And I mean, I've seen YouTube, even when I first started playing Farm Simulator, I would just do everything at once, right? We didn't have seasons. You could just do everything at once. You could be planting a crop in one field, fertilizing that same crop in the field next to it because it was in growth stage 2 or 3, and then harvesting it in the field next to that all at the same time. I feel like seasons really added, for me, it really added structure to the game and really changed the way that I play it. But it definitely slows things down to the point of, I mean, there have been maps that I've spent months on, and I've only ever brought in one harvest. You know, and it's not that I got sick of that map necessarily, but there's so many good maps, and I only like to play 1 or 2 at the same time. That, you know, by the time I played a couple hundred hours on that map, I was looking forward to playing other maps as well, and so I kind of moved on. But I didn't bring in harvest after harvest after harvest. So it's interesting to me to realize that we're a couple of months in, and this is our first harvest of a farm simulator. So it would seem like harvesting would be all you want to do, but then you think about all the ancillary stuff we need to do, and all the prep work we need to do, and getting the fields ready, and taking care of the animals, and everything else. And from that angle, in that way, it's not that surprising, but it's a slow game, man. I know it's in its vanilla form. It is absolutely just a kid's sandbox game, and it's great. I'm not putting it down at all, but when you add the mods in, and when you add something like seasons in, it really makes it a lot more. I think it's awesome. That is the combined signals mod. It gives a tone at 25% full, 50% full, 75% full, and it does some things with the beacon lights as well. I believe it turns them on. It flashes them at 50, and then it turns them on for good at 75 or 80%. Right. I don't think I want to do a worker quite yet. Soon though. Soon. And I also yeah, I'm going to take this around one more time. Here's what I'll do. I'll take it till it's full. Run over here and grab that JCB with the tipper on it. Empty it, and then set it on a worker, drive over and drop off, and by the time I get back, we can start carting without stopping, right? So the harvester will continue moving, and we'll pull along next to it and empty it while it's on the move. I don't know, well, I've forgotten, I suppose I knew at one point, whether or not Lancyboi built this map with the chopped straw mod, so I don't know if this is going to count as a layer of fertilizer. It may. So we'll see. But if it is, then that saves us a little time and it saves us a little money, because we didn't do straw swath, we didn't do bales. Initially we talked about it. That was our plan way back when, a couple of months ago, to put up some straw bales in anticipation of getting cattle. But just didn't get there, and I believe our capacity is 12,500. Slowly, slowly. Nope. Looks like it's a little more than that. Okay, good for us. And these fields, I don't know, man, they look big, but we need to bring in a lot of crops to get out of debt. Like, it's good though, it's a challenge. Bigger harvester with the 32-foot header, I think this is a good compromise. We do have some smaller fields to harvest. So this will work for those as well. And we're going to be 14,500 liters, so I'm slowing down, anticipating that. There we go. Right. Set the brake. Pipe out. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Now, last episode, I had said we sold the Western silage tipper to get the Stewart silage tipper. We actually sold the Heron silage tipper to get the Stewart silage tipper. We tried to get a Western silage tipper, but there was a texture error. It wasn't working. But I did get the Western grain trailer with the cover, and this is the high poly version, and it is beautiful. This is a fantastic mod. Alright. So we'll get pulled around here. Now this is a 22,000 liter, 22 ton trailer. So we won't need to go to the sell point straight away. Little frame rate drama right there. I don't know how I feel about that. Twice now. Twice. Alright. That's a little tight. That 32 footer is a little tight to empty. Alright. So brake on. Hop out of there and let that keep emptying. And while we're doing that, we'll get our worker set up. And we are using the worker AI, if I can remember the key code. Yes. So show vehicle info on, show trace off. Okay, and we're going to do, we do want to do circles. We do want to do smart. We do want to do to the left. And we also want to do wait during unload off. Okay. So now, when we hire our worker, it should give us a choice. Here are all the people who have working for us. I typically go with the lowest performance, and as you put them to work, it gives them experience. So if you have a less experienced employee and you put them to work, it will level up their experience. So Monica is our least experienced employee, and I went ahead and put her on. I went ahead and put her on so she can level up. And the more they level up, the faster they get. The better they get at being employees. So putting Monica to work. See how she does on her turn. Lovely. And as they get more experience, as they level up, they tend to go faster, is the one thing. And I want to say they get more expensive. I'm thinking that. So we are at, so we got room for another 7,000, 8,000 in there. So let's wait till Monica is a lot more, almost full. So we're not just getting in her way. And also, what do you think? We'll fill this tipper twice from this field, so 20,000 liters. Call it 20 tons out of this field. Let me turn the grass off to make it a little more clear. 20 tons out of this one, and then 15 and 15, so call it 30 and 20, so 50. Yeah, so 50,000 pounds we can recover from the wheat, and then we'll drive to the other side of the map, and ideally, I mean, I'd like to, it's twice as much per ton, and it's probably twice as much by volume, so that would be 4 times. So if we get 50,000 here, that'd be 200,000 here, and then we'll keep working on grass. I mean, maybe we can make it into winter with no debt. I think that would be fantastic. It'll be paid way down, so the interest won't be terrible. But it's still, I still just don't like the idea of carrying debt. Even though it's just a game. It's only a game. Still just don't like it. Right. What's Monica doing on the turn? Hopefully. So yeah, ideally, well, we'll just play it by ear. And like I said last episode, worst case scenario, we can always sell a tractor. Right? Which would give us probably another 150 to 200,000 pounds we could recover. And that would be, yeah, we're not going to get 2 trailers out of this field. It's just eating it up. Okay. Well, you know what? I still think we're going to be okay. Because we're going to do all right on that canola. And we're going to keep working on that grass and that silage. Now the nice thing is, next spring, of course, we're going to owe some vehicle maintenance. We're going to owe some vehicle maintenance, but we're not going to have to buy anything else. We've got our seed drills. We'll have 2 tippers. We have our big butterfly mowers now. We have a combine harvester. We really don't need to buy anything next year except fields and livestock. So that could be, right? See what I'm saying? Next year could be when the healing starts. Now, that leads us to another problem. When we get done with harvest on Upton Farm, do we want to call it and move on to another farm? Because we've got about 4 months until Farm Simulator 2019 comes out. Right? It's May. So May, June, July, August, September. Call it 5 months. We could do another farm. But here's the thing. If we do, well, let's think of it this way. We don't know what is going to be in Farm Simulator 2019, right? Because base game, Farm Simulator 17, just had Goldcrest Valley and Sosnovka, and they got rid of what? Goldcrest Valley kind of replaced Westbridge, and was it Nordholm or Nordholm? The Scandinavian map. That just went away entirely. So who knows? I mean, they could pull another stunt like that, and FS 19 might just be right. Goldcrest Valley and Sosnovka again. I doubt it, but what I'm saying is we have no idea what maps are going to be included, and because we don't know, I mean, initially there aren't going to be any mods. But if it's maps that we've seen before, like Goldcrest Valley or something, then who wants to play those? Right? So then would we stay on, you see what I'm getting at, would we stay on 2015, 2017 at that point? I just don't know what 2019 is going to look like. I have to assume that I'm going to just jump on 2019 and start playing it, start recording it, and regardless of what is included or what the deal is, I think we'll just jump on there. But still, I think I'm making sense. I might not be. I don't want to jump on another map on 2017 and then we only have a few episodes and it's time to jump on 2019. But I also don't want to wait for good maps in 2019 and then have them be more of the same. It looks like it's going to be very different. And I would think, like, logic would tell you that part of what's driving big changes in Farm Simulator 2019 is cattle and crops. But we don't know yet. Right. Let's make some money. Let's make some money. That was about what we figured, about 10 grand. And this is maybe not the time or the place, but I just get in the habit of doing this. Anytime I have an amount of money that's worth putting on the loan, I'll just put it on the loan. I figure it's one less thing for me to remember, and one less opportunity for me to forget and end up paying a little bit more interest. And I mean, really, the difference on, we just paid $15,000. The difference on $15,000 interest overnight is it's nothing. But still, it's just a good habit to get into, I think. Right. Thinking which of these fields we want to do next. We'll just drive down the highway and do this. Is it 32? That one we just passed on the right, we'll do that one next. And then I'll probably call it an episode at that point. But we should start to have a better idea how we're doing on money by the time we get over to canola. No, I was going to go empty the harvester, but I think, I mean, it's half full right now. A little bit more than half full. We might get two full tippers out of this. 40,000 liters, 40 tons. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so let's let it do its thing. Actually, instead of just sitting here watching it, why don't we come over here and get a little bit more involved. Right. So I will do one more field today, and then probably do the third one off camera and drive over, and we'll start on the canola next episode. And I feel like we should sell that. Now, depending on what it... Well, let's look. Canola. Canola's going to peak in early winter. And soybeans... So we should definitely hang on to soybeans. We will not sell those, but we'll go ahead and sell our canola. We're only about, looks like about a 15 to 20% difference between where we are now and peak price. So we'll sell our canola now. Obviously, we're selling our wheat now. And then we'll bank our soybeans. And sell those in the spring or summer. Right. I'm going to, I think we're gonna drive down this next length here, and at the end of it I'm gonna take the worker off, empty into the tipper, and then head over to the next field. Yeah, that's about right. Well, I guess if I'm, what do we have, another, yeah, we can get the rest of what's in the field. we can get the rest of what's in the field and fit it in here. %, yeah, no problem. And I am, as tight as that field is, I'm going to have to crush, I wouldn't say quite a bit, but it's pretty tight in there, so I'm going to have to crush a little crop. Getting sorted out, not the end of the world. Well, that went quick. And this is, I mean, I wouldn't say it's one of the bigger fields on the map, but it's not one of the smaller fields. All right. And I feel like, I guess there is a 45-foot header for this, but I don't know how you would work into a tipper. The header would be out past the end of the pipe, so I think this is just about the maximum header that we can run on here. So it all works out. Right. I've also noticed that combine harvesters, particularly mod combine harvesters, they tend to unload, in my experience, either very, very slowly or very, very fast, to the point of being completely unrealistic, where they're unloading 14 tons in just a few seconds. So I feel like this one, which is a mod, I feel like this one is right in the middle. We don't own this field, but hopefully our neighbor doesn't mind. I would like to buy this field. I've owned it in other profiles on this map, and it's a good field. I think it's a good field. Get this lined up just right. If you know this game, you know header trailers are, boy, there's something else, man. Right. Okay, so there's that. Let's find a field to get to. There we go. Yep. And I have a bad habit of driving combine harvesters like a two-door Honda and causing myself no end of trouble. So I'm going to try to not do that. Also, grateful that there is no traffic on these tiny roads, as they really are. I mean, even by country farm road standards, they seem pretty small. So we're going. So it is, and the header hooks up on that side, and there's a gate there. So I guess if we just drive straight in. Right? I'm just about to hit the fence. So I need to... Yep, I did hit the fence. So I need to get here. That's right. So I can get back here. I hate to be crushing this much crop in a field this small. But what can you do? And now, see if the trailer wants to give it up. Sort of. Oh, game. Oh, game. Right. This is the part of Farming Simulator where we drive around dragging a header trailer through a field. Yeah, I just saw the notice that they had their 10th anniversary, and it was sort of kind of like a laugh out loud moment, because I think 10 years you've been developing this sim and you still have not figured out a way to get the goddamn header off the goddamn trailer. Really, fellas. So, yeah, this is super awesome. Hang on, we got it. Just, and I can't put it down, because if I do, like, I can't drop the header, because if I do, it will fall onto the other side of the trailer, and at that point I can't, I can no longer connect the trailer, I can no longer connect the header to the combine, because the connection node is inaccessible. Oh my god. I'm just... yeah. Right. Hey folks, thanks for joining us for another episode of Frustration Simulator 2017, where we crush crops trying to take a header off the trailer. Oh, F this. It's really immersive. Right. Jesus. So I'll do a headland and bring the tipper over and sort of do things in the opposite direction. Like I'm going anti-clockwise now. I will flip this so we get the pipe on the right side after we empty it the first time, which should fill up the tipper. The tipper can go sell, and then we'll let the combine continue working while we're doing that and just work our way through these fields. Yeah, and I know some of it is mods. You know, we've got a mod header on a mod trailer on a mod harvester. I get that. But I also know it's not that big a problem to solve. You just need to set a category of equipment called header trailer and set the collisions in a certain way so that when the header isn't on the trailer, that it essentially has no collision. So there's, I mean, if I can figure it out, I can't figure out how to code it. I don't write that kind of code. But it's not, you know. So, yeah, definitely not in the immersion right now. Definitely just in the frustration. But so it goes. It's all elective, right? If it's that frustrating, don't play it. Figure it out. Curious what that looks like in Farm Simulator 2019. If it will still be, you know, the problem they can't or won't solve. Right. So I will. I'll go ahead and finish this field, and then off camera I'll buy another trailer because we need to take that header over to the third field, the third wheat field on this side of the map. Bonk. This going. And it looks like, well, I mean, we're at 14 tons, and we made one headland anti-clockwise, so if we make one more clockwise, we should be back at or near the gate when we're full. Now we won't be able to fit everything that's in here into the tipper, because the tipper is nearly full already. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Whoa, okay. I mean, the other thing we could do is just run this thing till it's full. Throw the pipe out, run over and hop in the JCB, dump what's in there, and then come back and empty the full 14 tons out. We'll figure it out. And we have what, 6 days to harvest 9 fields. So I think we'll be all right. Even on speed 5, I think we'll be all right. I hope we'll be. It's not supposed to rain at all. And then we do have that grass work to do as well. And I believe on day 7 of autumn, the remaining grass will go into, the remaining grass that hasn't been harvested will go into growth stage 2. So we should get, like I said, to be at 500 tons of chaff in the bunker by fall would be fantastic, because then we can take 250,000 out. And we can sell it for 250,000. So we can take 250,000 out of our loan. So yeah, I think we're gonna make it. It'll be a little bit tight though, and a £500,000 loan is always but so it goes. And I mean, and the other thing we could do, it would be kind of mental, but the other thing we could do would be to sell this CR990 after harvest, and then really have zero debt. We'd have quite a bit of cash too. We'd have zero debt, we'd have some cash, and we could just do silage next spring. Maybe even buy a field, and then probably buy the same harvester again in the fall. Okay, that's a thought. That's a thought. Because we're not going to do anything with it all winter, except pay maintenance on it while it sits parked. Moment. In fact, let me call it an episode right there.